So this is Farmer Anders, as I was told I had to start this with. Thank you, Ben. And this is the simple Midwest map. We're starting out fresh. We own nothing. We own no fields. See, nothing shows up in green. We own no machinery. So where do we start? I personally like to start running some contracts, make some money, also buy me equipment I do need. So let's see. Let's set up some of this first. All right, let's see what we have for contracts. So I like to do fertilizing. They're easy. I can automate them. I don't have to do any real work, which is always nice. Field 24, 3, 16, and 24. 3, 16, and 24. Okay. Trying to set up where my equipment's going to be delivered. Of course, I can never remember how to actually do this. Yeah, not a big deal. We can pick them up at the store. So let's pick up the contract first of all. Now we could just use the rental equipment, but knowing I had to fertilize later, so no reason not to buy my own equipment for this. So we got a fertilizer contract. Now we need a little bit of equipment. So smallish tractor, and since this is a Midwest map, it seems appropriate to run mostly John Deere's. Could run some of these cheap ones. They're big enough, but they are so slow, and this is a fairly large map. Although, compared to spending under 9,000 or yeah, let's see what else we can find here. It would be embarrassing to drive a Ford, but it is cheaper and it's faster. No, we can't drive a Setor because that would be inappropriate in the United States. So I think we'll just buy this Ford. It is quite a bit faster on the road than the John Deere, which is nice on a big map. And we have some options here, 125 horse, 155, 175. I think 125 should be plenty for this. We don't need a front loader. Should be enough. So just a standard tractor. Let's see, we have $1.5 million we start with, so we're not like completely broke. And then we need a fertilizer. And I like to pick up this one. It's cheap and I can spread wide. If I remember right, this is as far from field 24, yep, as I can possibly get. See, I'm all the way around the left side of the map. That's okay. Because, as all good DBAs do, we cheat. Now with traffic on the map, this is, it does not always work out so well. That's okay. So, well, that's running. Let's see if we can start any other fun contracts. We have some harvesting jobs. Those kind of suck until you have your own bigger combine. You can plow. Those are slow, but we can borrow items so we don't have to pay for it ourselves because I don't need those quite yet. So let's borrow that. Get a big tractor and a big plow. All right, we're lucky. That's the field right out there. You can see the 11 is flashing right next to the tractor on the left side. Got the plow unfolded, and we'll set this up to run by itself. Because why do things manually if you don't have to? All right. I guess I have been on this map before, but let's delete these because that doesn't exist. Clean these out so we don't grab the wrong one if I forget to update it. That'd be bad. All right, now done. Going to create the job here so I don't have to drive the tractor all day. We made a plow, unfortunately. Ooh, that's not good. Let's fix that. Here, that's better. So it didn't pick up how wide the implement is, which makes it hard to calculate. So we're going to do 6 laps and then we're going to start going back and forth. So this one we're not going to bother saving since this is a temporary field. I'll be honest, sometimes this plowing thing doesn't work out so well. We'll see how it goes. So you can see this thing is just going to drive around the field. Welcome to farming. Plowing is also really slow, so I don't want to set it. So this tractor is now ready to go over here. I don't know why this is not picking up the width automatically, but that's okay. On this one, we'll just set it. There we go. Get him. We'll set up the same here. But if you only need one round with this, since it's so wide, it doesn't need a lot of turning since it's not hanging way behind. That is plowing way too wide. Let's take a look. We might have to change it. Yeah, it says 6 meters, so that's should be all right. It just takes wide turns. All right, so now then we need some land ourselves. So where should we do that? Oops. See, they're not paying attention. So this is what I plan to make into the farm itself, including probably putting a barn down for some cows, because cows are fun. But first we're going to do some grain, so let's see what's actually growing here. Looks like canola in field 19. Oats in 18. And they are both ready to harvest. Now you see 18 being red means that they're plowing, so that's going to be a worse yield. So let's see, inside this was canola, right? So we're gonna see how much that field costs to buy. Oh, that gets me all this land too. So that gives me a place to build on. However, it's a bit shy of money. So much for that idea. So I guess we'll buy this one. And we need a combine. Now we are not rich enough to buy a big combine, so we have to see here. Lots of green combines. Now I could lease a bigger one. What's the fun in leasing? Oh, but maybe that's a good idea to get started, because then I can lease a bigger one, which will of course harvest the fields faster. But I don't think I'll be making that much money. So let's take a look at this. So we have different engines set up for different models of it. 320, 373. I guess that's the only options. Capacity. I like to run bigger so I don't have to empty it quite so often. All right. So I think that's good enough. I think we'll go for bigger engine so we can run a bigger header. So 10, 14, okay. So we're gonna buy this, then see what we can get for header. Ooh, only 7.6 meters. This is gonna take a while. That's okay. Now we have a combine. And this combine looks awfully big for this little header. Now I know it's this field right here, but I'm going to start at the other end. For various reasons. Create a job for this. And we don't need as many, but we'll put up 3 rounds just to give it clearance. Oh, that kind of sucks, but okay. Let's see, so there it is. All right, field 18. So we save this so we have it, so next time I don't have to do it again. Make sure that gets going okay. He's driving around the field, he's harvesting. My guy's out spreading still. Let's see how far along he is. You can see that. Where is it? Oh, right there. Oh, there's one. So he's almost halfway done already. Well, this guy's like 7% done. He's almost done a lap. I don't want that. So I want to spread it out because I'm not going to be able to harvest it yet because I don't have equipment. So by spreading it, I think, maybe not on this crop. No, because it needs plowing still. So you're going to have to plow it afterwards anyways. So while that's going, what else do we need? We need a tractor. See, so this is the problem with this big plow is that it does not turn well. So I normally don't use this big plow when I got my own plow. I use one that's pulled straight behind instead of a moldboard plow. I use a chisel plow because it just works better with automation. If I played it manually, it wouldn't matter, but automation does not take these turns well. But it works okay. It's not my favorite, and it's awfully slow. All right, so we need something to haul this grain with. So funnily enough, I should get this. This is what my sister actually runs on her farm, her real farm. But it doesn't fit into what I want here, so I want one of these. So I can't set this after the fact. So what I probably want is the smallest one with the highest speed. Standard wheel is fine. Focus wheel is fine. So we'll run out of money really quick playing this game. So I had to run those contracts and make some money. Then we need a trailer. And because I hate driving the road, we're going to cheat. So we have various trailers that are way too big. I've never tried to play with this one before, so we'll try this. So it comes with like various sizes. This is 5,000 cubic meters. So what in the world is that in cubic feet? 45,000, 50,000, something like that. So we'll go with one that's not quite as big because that's a little excessive. That and I would never fill up even half of it or a quarter of it on this farm. But if I bought the standard size, he couldn't even take 2 of the combine. That means I'd be driving back and forth to where I need to sell it all the time. Let's see how full is that combine. Oops. I think we're going to empty it as it is, even though that's way early. But that way it can make it to the full round next time easily, I think. I don't know how fast it's going. Stupid cars, get out of my way. Yeah, so the collision thing here is sometimes a little off. Like, combine is obviously in the field, but these cars think it's too close to refuse to pass. I guess that's polite, but kind of stupid. See, I think this combine could run a much bigger header. We might try it. It saves a lot of time. So what I can do, in case I'm not paying attention, I can go into the combine. See this stupid thing? No, not like it's wasting any time. So we'll go to the combine and we'll go in here, I think, here, I think. Somewhere, combine setting, unload on first headland, no, combine self unload. So you set that on. And doesn't always work. And as you can see, the way it's going to harvest is from the other side. So after it gets floated next time, we'll move the trailer to the other side. But this way, if I'm not paying attention, and the geographics is right in the map, which is not always the case, it's going to actually drive to the trailer and unload itself. So, which is nice if you're running 2 or 3 combines in different parts of the farm, or even 2 or 3 combines on one field. As I said, it doesn't always work, so you kind of have to pay attention to it. All right, so while that's working, so what do we do next? We could see if there's another good contract. Get those contractors working. You're going to cheat though. You're going to set up the reward a little bit. I don't know if this actually works all that well. But we need to make some money if you're going to buy more fields and get to our cows. I know. Let's see what other contracts we got here. We got the contract on field 16 for fertilizing. So where is 16? That's that one up there. So that's a good contract, especially with the spreader we have, because I can do it fairly fast. So we will accept this contract, but we obviously don't have any machinery for it until the other fertilizer is done. See, so we got 2 fertilizer and applying contracts. So we could do the harvesting, but they are so boring, so we're not going to do that. At this point, we will let the combine go and this guy go, and we can see here how much he's done. Oops, not that one, this one. Okay, so he's almost done. %. So that's collect on that. We can now see we collected money. Yay for money. Money's good. We're gonna need a lot of it. Now we need to go to field 16. Cross the road and one up. All right, so let's take a look at how much these going to cost us. So we're going to need a plow. So these ones that lift like this, they're a lot easier to turn with on the fields, but they're of course a lot smaller. It's 3 meters versus 6 meters or 3.5. So I like to run these big ones, but they require quite a bit of tractor. And I don't think the medium-sized tractor is big enough. No. So I would have to go to something silly like this. I don't think that's even big enough. 320. So 320 is a big jump from 220. So we're probably going to have to go with something like this, much I dislike it. That doesn't mean it's going to take forever. So what we might do instead, see what else needs harvesting. Field 13, 10, and 9. What are on those fields? 13. Oh, this is if I look. Wheat. Okay, so 9 is another oat field. It is ready to harvest. Still needs plowing, but that's okay. We can harvest and sell it. That silly thing. See, so how it easily went a full lap. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna empty it again. We're gonna wait until it gets a little bit further out, or further down to the starting point. Now what we could do, we could buy the field that I'm currently plowing after it's done plowing and plant that and sell this field again. Then if I'm really cheap, we'll get a contract to plow it so I can make money on plowing and then buy it back. Trickeries. As you can see down here is how much is in the trailer. The number to slow down, which means that this is now empty. So this is actually open as a contract to harvest. So that's not all a bad idea. See, 19, right? Yeah, so we'll snag that and we'll use the combine we have. That way I make more money. So you pay for, if you borrow equipment, you have to pay for the equipment. So try not to do that too much, especially if you have equipment you can use. This contractor is not very good. He's overlapping a lot. You don't want to do that when plowing. And for some reason, this mod that do the auto work is running the plow the wrong direction. Plow should be turned over. But you can't really expect programmers to get everything right. So this is the last lap that the combine is doing before it's going to start to go back and forth. So now we can move tractor somewhere over here. But it depends a little bit on the route it's taking. So let's see. Okay, so it's going to go down the same path. So I need to be parked around the side so I don't block the combine when he's trying to get down the field. So we're going to try to leave that here. Stop the engine, save some diesel. The correct way to do it is, of course, just to go straight, lift it up, and then turn. But it's not that smart. Or at least I'm not that smart to figure out how to get the tool to do that. So this is basically the entire game until you can actually at least afford cows and animals. Then it gets a little bit more interesting, but mostly farm display is about driving around a field, around and around, many, many times over and over, trying to make money. Um, so, anyways, that's my introduction to Simple Midwest Map. I think we'll cut it off right there since it's just going to be running around more in the fields, and we'll be back when things are a little bit more interesting.